everyone. Here we are, Anna, Victoria, and Robin.
Robin.
It's one of those days for all of us three.
Yes, but the roads are bad outside, but we're going to have a ton of fun in here, having an amazing cocktail. The passion fruit, pineapple
passion fruit Collins.
Yes. Pineapple passion fruit Collins. This was a recipe that we got from Confluence, so it's awesome. So
yes, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk about what makes you passionate about your dream home.
Yes.
So,
all right, let's have a drink to make this day better.
All right. So we're starting. It does say start with a Collins glass, but we're actually going with beer steins just because it looks more fancy. Yeah. So here are the ingredients is going up on the thing, and we're doing a half an ounce of, we're doing 1 ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of simple syrup. And actually, this is made by a local distiller, if you want to show that.
Sure. There you go. Look at that. Fancy. Oh.
Half an ounce of,
Camera is
half an ounce of pineapple juice. And then an ounce of passion fruit juice.
Oh, it's going to be delicious.
1.5 ounces of Amethyst gin.
Yeah, so you top it up with soda, and then the way it says, you kind of layer the gin on top. And again, our recipes in that.
Don't mind your dog. So yes, you layer the gin on top.
Today.
That's right. And we're using a local gin, actually. Again, this is the one down from the Crow's Nest Pass. Love supporting local. And then you top it. You can top it with a pineapple piece wedge. You can top it with a lemon rind. Yep. We're using dehydrated lemons.
Okay.
And then here are all the things. Now you can use a big stir stick if you want. Oh, here. A big stir stick if you want, and mix it all together. Or you can use your straw or whatever you like. And we'll see the cocktail.
All right, let's try this. It's really cold. Oh.
That's all good. Very refreshing.
So I have another kind of gin here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we use Lost Things in 2 of them, which is actually spirited gin. But we use this kind of gin.
Cool.
And it's actually non-spirited gin. So hers is completely non-alcoholic, but it should taste exactly like ours.
Oh, it smells good. It's smelling.
Okay. Ooh. So you can nowadays, there's a lot of amazing non-spirited gins out there to give a shot to. Willow Park Spirits always has an amazing selection.
It smells like cardamom. It actually has cardamom distilled in there. Try. Yeah, I can try. Oh, is it things you like or you don't like?
No, I love it.
Oh, yeah. So you definitely
Do you taste the difference?
Well, this one, so it has the cardamom distilled in it.
Okay,
and you
can I try yours?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so I actually have
juniper berries distilled, cardamom distilled, angelica. So it's kind of has a little bit of cardamom flavor.
So these are 2 other non-spirited gins. Okay. One that's a gin that's more piney, and one that's a gin that's more citrus botanicals. All non-spirited, so all non-alcoholic. All are different gins that you can try if you don't want to drink, but you still want that cocktail experience.
Okay, for me, honestly, I like alcoholic better.
Oh,
I'm already 1.5 years with Tipsy, so I'm kind of get used to that.
There you go.
But this is mine.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you didn't want it.
No, I want it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Just let's.
It's a cool way to do it.
With this one, non-alcoholic, it's more sour.
It does have, it's more tardy than ours is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But again, there's a ton of different gins. There's a ton of different gins that you can get that are non-spirited, right? So you can get the gins that have no alcohol, and they come in all different kinds. So if you like different types of gin, there is different types of non-spirited gin as well.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
there is a lot of like non-spirited, like alcohol now, like they try. So I think it's about finding your favorites, because as we just talk about, there's 3 different gins that have different the way they make. So of course they influence your cocktail a little bit different. I think cardamom is actually goes really well with pineapple and the passion fruit, like as a flavor. Like
Yeah,
it's really
yeah,
nice.
it's the same. It's just a bit more salty.
Yeah. But anyways,
Tart
there
tea.
is alcoholic and non-alcoholic different ways that you can put your cocktail together and experience this cocktail
Yeah.
if you want to drink and if you don't.
And the cocktail itself, like I mean, it's Collins. Let's put this
Yeah.
together, right? Like it's a super easy drinking, refreshing, kind of like you make a picture of it and
Absolutely.
enjoy on the patio, which not happening today because of the foot of snow. But yeah, that's the drink. So what are we talking today? What makes you passionate about your dream home? Ah,
Well, I'll be
I think
honest.
for everybody it's different.
Well, it is, but here's the thing. When you walk into the right home, your dream home, that home that you want to purchase, 9 times out of 10, you're going to know within 10 seconds of walking in. You walk in, you know what? I, as a realtor, I can feel the energy from you. You know a house when you walk into it if it's the one you want to buy. For me, when I went looking with my husband for houses, I would open the front door, and if I wasn't loving it in 10 seconds, I'd shut it and say, let's move on. And for me, kitchens are what jive me. They're what get me passionate. It is a social epicenter of a home. So to me, when it comes to looking, and most people, when it comes to looking at a house, it's the kitchen that really kind of jives most people because they know that that's where all the socializing is going to be done.
Yeah, I know, a lot of people I don't think kind of take the time to really think about like when they're going to purchase something like, oh, we want a home and then want something nice, let's say, right, with certain colors, but they really don't like pick the details. I actually like just like thinking about myself, what makes me passionate about my dream home. And honestly, like I thought none of those like things like kitchen or because I know those things you can change. For me, it would be like a floor plan and the location of the home.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, it's location and like if it's have a private like backyard because I don't like people around. I'm not really social. So for me, it's definitely location because at the end, like even if it's like more older dated home, you can always change it and it's gonna look like super modern, like new build.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like one of the things, like the home that we live in. When we went and looked at it, it was the most expensive home, but it was really not well represented on MLS. And when you look at it, the person who has built the home had very specific style, which was completely opposite of ours. And so you kind of almost had to not look at it.
Yeah.
And then when I walked out of that home, I said to my husband, I was like, you know how we always talk about doing something different that is not a cookie cutter. And if we don't look at the cosmetic, technically this home has a great floor plan. It has great features. It just needs one over, like a makeup over, right?
Yeah.
And of course, it's on Chestermere Lake. So the location was superb. Looking at the mountains, looking at the sunsets, lots of sun. So location was great. And then when I walked out of the house, I was like, I think we can do something with it.
Yeah.
And that's how like I got like really excited about
And her
it.
house looks like museum. It was dark green, dark brown.
Yes, it
and
was
right now
very-
on the Tipsy, like last
Yeah.
time you saw Anna's kitchen, it's all white, paint sprayed, really
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
open space. But if you're gonna try to imagine all this super dark,
Yes,
it's
it
gonna be
was-
really really distracting. But the most important that you need to see like if it has a potential for you.
Well, and the easiest thing too, though, is if when you're looking for your wants, your wishes, and your dreams, which is kind of what we talk about, your wants, your wishes, and must-haves, is make a list. And I always recommend that couples make these lists separate of their wants, their wishes, and their must-haves, and make the list separate and then bring them together and see where you align and then know where you don't. So you want to make sure you're kind of on the same page. And it's funny because we've had it sometimes where the husband wants to buy that older house in an older community and the wife wants to buy the newer house in the newer community or vice versa. And it's quite cute because like I had one couple and they said, okay, well, we're looking at this house in Cedar Brae and then we're looking at this house in New Brighton. They said, how do they compare? I said, well, they don't. Because the house in Cedar Brae is a super old house and the house in New Brighton is a new house. So they're not even one and the same. And you'll be surprised because people who look generally for old houses are people who look for old houses in big lots. And people who look for new houses are generally looking for newer and less maintenance and are willing to compromise to get those small lots. So when you're looking about what it is that makes you passionate about your dream home, make that kind of list, that wants, those wishes, the needs, the must-haves, and break it down. Like, what do you really need, must have? For me, I needed a big kitchen. You needed a big kitchen, right? You needed location.
Entertainment, right? I think the passion comes from your lifestyle.
It does.
It's not comes from the four walls, right? I think it's a lifestyle, how you live in your life, what you do every day, right? So for us, for example, why the floor plan is super important, like because we entertain, we have guests, like we do like not just entertain people for like dinner party, but like having actually a lot of people over, right? So we needed the space, and who wants to come to Chestermere, have a few call-ins, and drive back home? No, we need bedrooms, right? Yeah. So that was like kind of the whole idea about it, because it meant to connect people, bring people together, host people, right? So it's kind of, some people like it more private, right?
Yeah. And don't want to have as many people over.
And talking about location, okay, if you have kids, you need to if, for example, if they are school age, you need to consider that, because if you're buying outside of Calgary, you buy your dream home, but then you find yourself spending 1 hour drive to their school every single day.
You have to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Like us.
And you got to try and think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know for us, when we bought this house, I was adamant that we were going to start having dinner parties and entertainings and stuff like that. We still don't. I'm still a workaholic. We still don't have people over as often as we do. But I aspire to be someone different. So keep that in mind too. Don't buy the house based on who you aspire to be. Buy the house based on who you know you are. Because if you're not someone who has people over for dinner parties all the time, then trying to buy a house for dinner parties, unless you're going to make an adamant change in your lifestyle to make those dinner parties happen, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I think recognizing the flexibility also is important, because a lot of new homes these days, they build like, the dining and your breakfast nook, and basically is the same room. So you just want to make sure that you have a table that fits at least 8 to 10 people or something, right? So
absolutely.
Family of 4 plus maybe another family of 4.
Yeah, and then
we're repairing the garage door that Robin, that actually like literally went off the rails today. So that's why we're at Robin's.
Because I couldn't get my cars out of the garage at all.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So it's coming up on end of time. So we're giving away our prize if you like and share our show.
The prizes. So we're doing a hurricane glass in plastic, great for the patio as soon as the snow melts. So those are box of how many?
6.
Oh, see? Party on the patio. Do you have a patio? Maybe you should get one.
And this cocktail is going to be perfect on this one.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were considering to use hurricane glasses for this cocktail.
And of course, like and share our show. Every time you like and share our show, you get entered into the draw, which will be done on the first episode of April.
Yes. The next show, we're going to be making the cocktail Butterfly Kisses. And we're going to talk about how
small investments in real estate can make a massive effect on your net worth, which is my favorite topic. Talk about things that make you passionate. I love
it's going to be Robin's show. And you know what? Victoria and I were already talking about it, that we're going to absolutely love this cocktail because it has elderflower liquor and lavender honey syrup. Delicioso. That's all I have to say.
That's right. And if you are having anyone who is looking at buying or selling real estate, or you yourself have any questions about it whatsoever, please feel free to give us a call, share our show with your friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, and feel free to call us at any time without any obligation to be able to answer any real estate questions that you do have, because we're here to help and we want to make sure that you make the best educated decision for you or your loved ones.
Yeah, we actually really like our job.
We do really like our job. You know what? If the government and all of the banks and stuff didn't want my money, I would totally do it for free.
Oh, there you go.
But, everyone else wants my money, so I got to take money from other people.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Stay safe and be